Hi guys, welcome back to Nat 5 and 5. We're going to look at the quadratic formula today, and we're going to look at this one. So let's look at this example here. Now it says solve 4x squared plus 7x plus 1 equals 0 round to 2 decimal places. Now we know that when we solve these, we are finding the roots. We are finding where it cuts the x-axis. Now what we've looked at so far is them always cutting at nice friendly numbers. You know, it cuts at 4 or it cuts at -1. When it says here round to 2 decimal places, that has given us a clue. It is not a nice friendly number, it is a decimal. Now we cannot factorise when it's decimals, it's just too difficult, so we use something called the quadratic formula, and this is it here that I've given, and it's given in the exam. So you're given at the front of the exam paper. So whenever you see solve a quadratic like this here and it says round to 2 decimal places or 1 decimal place, that is your clue. You have to be using the quadratic formula. Right, so let's look at what this A, B and C in the quadratic formula represent. So your A is really your coefficient of your x squared, which means the number in front of your x squared. Your B is a coefficient of your x, the number in front of your x, and the C is a number at the end. So the first thing we want to do is we want to write down our A, B and our C, and after we've done that we really want to substitute those numbers into the quadratic formula. So our A is 4, our B is 7 and our C is 1. I'm going to write out the quadratic formula. Negative B plus or negative the square root of B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. Okay, and whenever A appears, you're going to replace it with your A, which is 4. Whenever B appears, which is twice, it's here and it's here, replace it with 7. Be very careful, I'm going to point this out now, be very careful of that negative, especially when your B is a negative number. Sorry, there was an A there as well. And then whenever your C appears in the form that's here, you're going to replace it with your C. So let's get going. So it's going to be x equals, negative's already there, and your B is 7, plus or minus the square root of 7 squared, take away 4. These numbers are all multiplying together. I usually put them in brackets. A is 4 and C is 1. All divided by 2 multiplied by 4. And again, I just use brackets to represent multiply or times. So x equals negative 7 plus or minus 7 squared is 49, and then really negative 4 times 1 is negative 16, all over 2 multiplied by 4, which is 8. Keep going. Negative 7 plus or minus the square root of 33, all over 8. Now you'll see this plus or minus here, it means it's got 2 solutions. So you're going to kind of separate your solutions at this point. You'll have an x equals negative 7 add root 33 all over 8. You'll have a solution of x equals negative 7 take away or subtract root 33 all over 8. And at this point you can use your calculator to type that in. So I'm just going to use my calculator now. Because it's in a fraction form, it's nice to use your fraction button on your calculator. So I'm just typing this in now. So for this first one here, for this first one here, I got negative 0.15692. And if I look up here, I remember it's 2 decimal places. So to 2 decimal places, it's going to be negative 0.12, this is my decider, 16. And then this one here, again, if I just type that into my calculator, sorry, hold on, negative 7 take away root 33, sorry, I keep pressing the wrong button. There we go. So my x equals negative 1.59307, and again to 2 decimal places, 1, 2, this is my decider, doesn't round it up, it just keeps it the same, so it's negative 1.59. Okay guys, hope that was helpful. I'm going to do another example in another video, so please look at that next. Thanks now, bye.